Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we'll be starting off with our severe weather coverage live stream. Um, so basically we have a chance of some severe weather for today. And there is a significant tornado threat going into portions of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. As you can see here, we are taking a look at satellite at this point. And what we got going on here, we got some supercellular storms developing here, especially with these guys. Those guys I'm watching here. We got another storm developing here. A lot of storm development here. But it seems like it's going to calm down at least. For some little storms that were around Walton earlier. These storms there. These two here we're going to watch for. These here will be pushing up to the northeast. Going up this way. Not for long. We'll see some storms develop here as well. As you can see, some of those clouds are popping up as well. We even got some storms trying to develop here as well. We take a look into your satellite. Not satellite. Let's take a look into your radar here. So, what we got going on here, we got supercellular storms here. We do have some supercellular storms here earlier, but it seems like they're dying down. We got a nice, healthy, isolated storm that way. We got a storm trying to develop there. Another storm developing here. By the way, there is a PDS tornado watch for portions of Missouri, Oklahoma. I'll show you all that. To here. There is a moderate risk for severe weather today. It escalated pretty quickly, and they got a tornado watch stretching from Illinois back down to Texas. So yeah, there's your moderate risk. It seems like they just updated the map. Your moderate risk looks like kind of goes for a larger area at this point. There is an enhanced risk for tomorrow. No storm reports yet. Your hazard outlook, we do have some tornado warnings going to effect in Oklahoma. We'll take a look into those real quick. Oh yeah, welcome to anybody that is wanting to join into the stream. Going to my phone here. See, it seems like we have some tornado warnings. Yes, we do have tornado warnings. There's a tornado warning in Missouri as well. We'll take a look into those storms in just a moment, but I think, yep, these storms here are tornado warned. Here, this is what I'll do for you guys since you all cannot see what's going on here. Let's see here. Let's push play. See, storms are blowing up fairly quickly. I don't know if we could do, let's see. Alert message. Let's see. I don't think we have. Yeah, we don't have watches or warnings on this, but it's probably the best radar that I can show you guys here in just. So. Oh, that's not a good timing. Basically, we got some two tornado warnings, and it's for those storms there. We got some pretty good rotation on both of those there. There's another storm. Trying to get some rotation, but it's got a nice hook to it onto this one. But it is also severe warned. Seems like rotation just died down for this cell right here. It's starting to die. which is some good. We got some good news, but these storms here looks to be something that could be tornado producers, especially for these two down. Those are heading kind of towards Tulsa. There's a storm north of Oklahoma City as well. Oklahoma City, if I'm correct. Oklahoma City's there. New storm development. Trying to get some development there. Here, I may. Here, just trying to get a better view of all this here. Let's try to get a better view. Let's go to around. Yeah, let's go to Missouri here. This sub-regional got localized sectors. Perfect. That's the one that I wanted. Alright, let's see here. Let it play. There's your visible satellite. Get this going. Did it work? No, it didn't. Oh, wait. It's because I forgot to put a composite radar. There we go. Now we can try to get another one to the north of that. So we could have pretty good coverage here. I'll show y'all the H-triple-R model in just a moment. Trying to get local sectors. There's another really good area. Off to the north, topside radar. So here we go. We got storms developing in Missouri into Illinois. Let's see here. We got a tornado warning for this. This cell here is tornado warned already. It's a pretty mature cell. We got another tornado warning in Oklahoma. Yeah, it's already got a very strong rotation with that storm. And I'll let it play for you guys. Let it play. See, these storms are popping up fairly quickly. Here. Forgot what these are around the radar, but they're nothing. These are the storms. Let's go to this one. We got some nice storms developing in Kansas. Today is the anniversary of the Joplin, Missouri tornado that was very, very devastating. Let's just hope that that's not happening again today. These storms are really exploding now. We did have some good storms here. It seems like they're dying down. Like I said, the strongest storms right now are in Oklahoma at this point. Showing 3 tornado warnings in Oklahoma. I don't see a third one. I only see 2. Yeah, the rotation on those storms are getting pretty weaker. Have you guys seen anything yet? I haven't taken a look and check. Doing pretty good, Slack Bro 50. Thank you for asking. Like I said, these circles here is what I'm currently watching at this point. Here, I'll give y'all a circle of where I'm watching here. This is the area of concern right here. I'm watching for thunderstorms to develop, probably becoming PDS here. If we go back here, there's your moderate risk. Take a look into your consecutive outlook. See, there's your moderate risk, stretching from northeastern Oklahoma through Kansas into central Missouri. Got a marginal risk for most of Ohio. Here's your tornado threat. It's at a 50% at significant stage. So we can have some strong tornadoes today, potentially. I do agree with the wind forecast, though. It is becoming to look like a squall line may try to develop in Missouri and Illinois. Here's your hail threat. It's at a 45% in Missouri and Oklahoma. That's some bad news there. Your significant stage does extend all the way back down into near the Texas border. It's going to go into tomorrow here. So tomorrow we got two areas of enhanced risk. The main area concern is going to be in the plains again for portions of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Your secondary area is in Pennsylvania and Maryland. Here's your probabilities here. It's hatched out in the west, and then it's in the east. We got a marginal risk stretching in between those for the Ohio Valley and Midwest. Here's what they're forecasting. The hail is up to 30%, and basically all of them are enhanced risk stage. And I think up here it's damage winds for sure. So yeah, and let's go to day 3. If I'm correct, there's a slight risk. Yes, there is. Stretching from Kansas into Chicago. Probabilities, no significant stages for right now. There is a chance of severe weather on day 4. You got two areas again. One for the Great Lakes and Northeast. You got another area in the parts of the Midwest and Plains. And let's take a look what the HRRR wants to suggest. See here? Storms want to blow up fairly quickly here. Then it starts to become pretty well organized into a squall line. And that starts to push off to the east. There into the Ohio Valley. Let's see here. And here's what it's wanting to suggest for supercell composite wise. I think it's a little overdone. Based on my opinion. Got a very high number that way. Giving it a 12. We cannot show forecast soundings on this here, but we can take a look at the significant tornado parameters. Fairly high values into central Missouri. That's not a good sign at all. 7s. There's some even higher values back into Oklahoma, even a 9. That's pretty bad news. Updraft helicity. It's going to be another thing. So we can have some very strong updrafts here, creating some pretty large hail. See, it's a lot of stripes there. It's kind of getting into where the 45% is. When you get very high updraft velocity, you can get some very large hail. That's why there is a 45% chance, because we're seeing quite a bit of that. Let's see here. Let's go back here. See how those storms are going. Alright, we got a tornado warning, and that's going to be for that cell. I knew that was going to do something. Severe thunderstorm warning near Lawton. This storm here has been canceled. Whoa. I think they let it expire. Now there's some pretty decent rotation near Mohall in Orlando, Oklahoma. And some pretty good signatures of rotation on those two supercells. I think Storm Chasers will have a fun time in that area because even though there is some small towns there, unfortunately, but you know, it's probably not going to be hitting a city tornado wise. Go to Missouri here. The rotation's starting to die down some. Here, Quincy, Illinois. Seems like that's a decent sized city, so they gotta have to be pretty careful. And by the suggestion for radar scope, it's going to give. It may get there by 6:22. I think it could get there a little faster than that. Sometimes it can under over estimate. Okay. We may have a tornado near Castle, Oklahoma. Uh, Cromwell has to watch this as well. Bearden, Oakma, Clearview. A lot of small cities in that area. Got to keep an eye on this. Here's like near around Joplin. We got some storm development into Kansas. It may get some large hail potential there. We got storms developing in north central Missouri. Got to watch those as well. And here's a little bit further north down the line. Gets a little bit more organized storms trying to develop. Pushing on its way to the northeast. So yeah, if you got any questions, go ahead and put in the chat. Meso strength doesn't want to see. Hellslash giving a potential 1.25 inch size hail. I think we gotta be watching Oklahoma for right now. For sure. Let's see. See if we got any info from. Alright. Alright, so there is a tornado on the ground on the northern cell. So there's a tornado on that cell. I don't think there's no doubt about it. It's got pretty short rotation. I'll probably say it's a rope tornado. Let's see here. There's no other info. Alright. Chris Ornell is. Where's he at? Well, they said there was a. Mm-hmm. Well, I found out the tornado is actually becoming a little bit more of a stove type. Kind of like a silo type, but very large though. more of a stovepipe tornado. It's not good at all. Gotta say, just hopefully there will not be much of a tornado threat towards Tulsa, which that's where they're heading for. I think the severe weather threat south of Oklahoma City or around it is pretty much diminished at this point. Right now, you'll probably be seeing some cloudy skies, may even see some thunderstorms around, but I don't think those will be strong or severe. As you can tell, these storms are really dying down, so a little bit more of a bust for the most part on those storms. But the storms on the northeast side, they're probably going to be going on for a while. If there's any storm chasers on these two storms right here, you got a good chance of getting a tornado. We do have some newer cells developing nearby, so it may become a high precipitation supercell. So Tulsa, gotta watch out for these storms. These storms here. Let's take a look at satellite. Really quickly. How it's going. Wow, that storm is really blowing up. We'll probably get some overshooting tops for that. Jeez. Look at them storms. Those are really blowing up fairly quickly. Seems like this storm that's over there, it seems like it's going to calm down some. I think these storms right here will do fairly well. I'll be targeting those storms right now. If I was a storm chaser. Not too much development going on in Missouri, but we do have some pretty good development in Kansas, so. Storms are coming, though. They are coming. Ooh. Just hopefully nothing bad happens. For sure. I am yawning. Oh, did not get good sleep last night, for sure. See how the storms are going on in Missouri. Northeast. That storm's really coming together. That's probably going to be an organized squall line developing. Has to be. Ooh. Yep. Yep, tornado going on near Castle, Oklahoma, for sure. Yeah, I think the storm there is also going to do pretty well. But, it may congeal to a squall line. It's like the rotation of that storm, the tornado storm is much calmed down at this point. There is a little rotation on the cell just to the northwest of that. Let's see. Meriden. So I think both of these had a tornado on it. Meriden had a tornado. Both of them actually had a tornado. That's two so far. If we go back here. Yep, there's your two tornado reports already in. So 2 tornado reports already. Let's see. So there's your PDS tornado watch for portions of Texas, Oklahoma. Another one for portions of Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and then just a normal tornado watch for portions of Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri. Since we have no tornado reports on the cell near Missouri, but I'll take a look into that. Looks like a new tornado warning was just issued. Storms are getting pretty close to Tulsa. That's not good. Those do have some really good hooks on it, though. There's actually a flash flood warning on the northwestern cell. No kidding. I mean, they had a lot of rain, so it makes sense. It's isolated very quickly. It's a really small cell. Not much rotational now. I think we just gotta watch Oklahoma for right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's still got strong rotational thumbs. There's your satellite again. Storms have really blown up fairly quickly. Here's your radar. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. Oh wow. If y'all said anything yet, no, just still one person watching. We've been live stream for 27 minutes. Let's see here. Trying to get the radar to load in. There we go. These rotations are going to be coming back. I actually may have 2 areas for rotation. Near one Barrington and another one near Cromwell. Must be recycling. Looks like that store's starting to come back again. There's a little boundary going on there. Look, watch that. There's a little bit of a boundary going away. That's how those stores get erupted and they die off since that boundary went away. If that boundary comes back, then stores will explode again. Could just be a gust front from those storms. Yeah, must see those line of clouds are going away. That's it. Interested, something interesting to see. Not much going on in Missouri yet, but I think there will be quite a bit of activity later. I mean, it's 6 o'clock. You got well over at that time. It's like 3 hours of daytime left, so storms still have plenty of fuel to go off. All right. Let's take a look at their discussions here. Supercells capable of large high temperature winds and tornadoes, few which may be stronger. Expected tornado watch is likely. Hmm. So another mesoscope discussion in Ohio. That was 2 minutes ago. Watch issue is 20%. Okay. Hmm. Oh, I'm pretty bored at this point. I heard it escalated fairly quickly. I mean, very quickly. There was like no risk here on day three. It was just right here. Then, bro, there was a slight risk here. Then now, today, there's a moderate already. It escalated fairly quickly. Gotta say. Glad to eat some supper soon. 6:02 at my time. Ooh, that rotation's getting pretty strong. Wow. I think the rotation on that may miss it to the south. It may hit the southern eastern metro of Tulsa. I know there was a significant tornado east of Tulsa the other day. Seems like they may get hit by some more severe weather again tonight. That is going to be an issue. Oh. Washington the warnings have gone down some, went down to 9. It's because some of those severe thunderstorm warnings are actually starting to expire. And the one up in Missouri is about to expire. The threat warning did expire. Don't worry, I'm pretty prepared. Yeah, see that cell there is pretty much died off. Well, it's still there, but to say. Here's satellite again. Them storms have really blown up fairly quickly. You can tell now the storm is starting to becoming a pretty stable anvil. We do have a lot of overshooting tops though. And where you get overshooting tops, that's where you get very strong updrafts. That's what really creates a very large hail threat there. I haven't seen too much development. Still haven't happened yet for these areas, but I figured it'll be like a ticking bomb right in this area. You know what? That's not a good drawing. This area here. It's not really come up yet, but there is some clouds there. Could be a capping going on there. I got a feeling there's a capping going on here. Sometimes when there's a capping going on, then these storms here, wherever they reach to the cap, they're gonna fizzle out and pretty much die. If we do have a cap in this area, that's a good thing. We already have tornadoes in east central Oklahoma here. So we may have some good news coming up. And maybe the severe weather is probably not going to be that bad than it was forecasted. But you know, maybe the cap will probably weaken and the storms will blow up. We're just going to see. As you can see here, storms don't really quite reach that well. In this model here in particular, well, it's doing okay. I could say it. It's not doing well so far. So I got a feeling that HRRR model is probably not going to be that well trusted, but, you know, I think we can agree on it may become a squall line in Missouri, though. It's starting to look that way. So I don't know. Maybe the HRRR model will probably not be that good. Did it update? No. Let's just see what the SPC does next. The bad thing about it is that if, like, 8 years ago till today, exactly today, Joplin, Missouri had a devastating EF5 tornado rip through their city. And I've seen the damage. Yes, I did. I went on vacation to Oklahoma. While I was in Oklahoma, I did have some severe weather there. But it was not that bad. And then, on our way back home, we went for Joplin real quick, and it was very devastating. Like, most buildings, in my mind, I can picture it right now, with what I saw, was very devastating, that most buildings were flattened, and there was a lot of people there as well, so it was very devastating for Joplin. And they're in a moderate risk for today, so let's hope it does not happen again. That'd be pretty ridiculous. I could tell there's a little bit of a capping going on here because these storms here are not really doing much. Same thing for that storm, it's not really doing well. These storms are trying to develop, but they're not that successful. I don't know. We're going to see here. these storms here are pretty successful at this point, heading right towards Tulsa. That's the downside right now. How's it going in Illinois and Missouri? Well, we do have an organized storm, a new organized storm. That storm there has pretty much died down as well. So if we take a look, still got a very strong rotation on that one cell. That was tornado warned. Go to Missouri. It is having a indication of rotation, so we may get to see another tornado warning be issued in Missouri, and I think we'll probably see that happen in not too long. Okay, let's go back to Oklahoma. That probably still has a tornado in that cell, but the core itself is calming down, which would tell there's some good news there. But the core on the southern side is still there, good, strong, but the rotation's weakened. Been a while since I've done one of these. Seems like it's updated. I think that marginal risk, I think it's going to be taken out in a little bit. I think tornado threat, I don't think it's there. I think the wind and the hail's there, though. So it's right now a ticking bomb, right along here at this point. Here, I'm going to circle the area where I think there's a capping going on. I think there's a cap going on in that area right now. You know what? That's not a good thing here. So, oh, so, hmm. Hmm. Yeah, storms are not that successful in between here. So we may have some capping in some areas. We're just gonna have to see, but I'll probably be right back. Eat some supper. Alright. Be right back, guys. I'll be right back. I'll give y'all an update. Alright guys, I am back. Let's see what the changes are with this. Oh geez, that's not a good sign. Okay, that's... Okay, maybe I was wrong about the cap situation. It didn't look like they were going to be that successful. I can tell the storms are forming the boundary. It goes like this. Here, let me show you guys the boundary what I'm talking about. I'm going to put this in red. There's a boundary I can see on radar here. The boundary falls along like this. There are some storms that develop along this boundary, basically. So if we get any storms that develop along that red line boundary, it's going to explode like these guys up here. They're going to explode very quickly. And I'm going to take a look onto radar. Let's see. That storm, this one here, is just going to be a major storm. I'm not even kidding. I cannot wait to see what the rotation on that thing is, because that thing has just probably got really strong at this point when you get two storms combined into one. It's a bad sign that something bad's gonna happen. Let's see here. We only got 3 tornado warnings. Okay. Tulsa, you got a tornado warning to your west. That's going to be a problem. Still some pretty strong rotation on that one. Not much rotation on the other one, which is good news. So Tulsa, right now you're between two severe, you're between two supercells. That's not good for you. Well, all I can say is you're probably going to get quite a bit of rain, though, and some damage, winds and hail, all that stuff. So, still got a tornado signature. It's going to hit towards Okmulgee. There we go. Okmulgee. That's where that rotation, that probably tornado's heading right towards. Oh. So it's now that storm, tornado warning. This one here's tornado warning. These. You know what? I got an idea. I have an idea. Here, I'm gonna the circle that's gonna be red. That's the tornado warning area. I'm gonna try my best here. And one's in yellow is severe warned. This here's tornado warned. This here's tornado warned. If we switch over to yellow, all this is severe warned. Same thing for this one. This is also severe warned. Wait, actually no. Hold on. Scratch this one. It's only this one that's severe warned. Alrighty. Now I'm going to circle in green what's flash flood warning. That's flash flood warned. That is also flash flood warned. So that cell in particular, it's got 3 different warnings on it. Well, I'd not be surprised if this here gets flash flood warned, which I'm sure they will on this guy here. Because I'm pretty sure those are going to join forces. Okay, that's where the signature just got stronger, and that's going to be an issue. And a new tornado warning just came out. It could be a tornado emergency. Well, it could be. We're just going to see. I'm going to take a look on Twitter here very quickly. Let's see. Yep, still is. Yep. Yep, it's a PDS tornado warning. Told you. Lime-sized hails. Well, that's not, well, it's not terribly large, but it is a large one though. Ooh, that's a scary looking one. It's a multi-vortex tornado. That's giving me an issue. Hmm. Okay. Okay. See, there's a lot of cloud cover coming up, and you got very strong new, very strong storm development here. So a lot of storms developing. So it's a multi-vortex tornado. That is going to be definitely going to be a dangerous situation. For sure, you do not want to mess with a multi-vortex tornado. That it's a life-threatening situation with a multi-vortex tornado. Let's see here. Yep, large dangerous tornado. This is something you do not want to mess around with. Yeah, it's going to hit that city. That's if anybody lives at Okmulgee of Oklahoma, you need to take shelter right now because this is a large and dangerous tornado right now. It's a tornado emergency, so if you're in a mobile home, you probably have to take shelter. Maybe I know in a nearby beside roads, if you cannot outrun it, just get out of your vehicle and go into the ditch. Okay, the strongest winds are more than likely going to go right over you. It's safe for the debris. Now it's going to be very loud. I'm not kidding. It's going to be very loud, but ooh, you do not want to be caught in it. Just letting you guys know. So it's got a debris ball right now. It's going to hit towards Preston, Oklahoma. It's also going in effect for Winchester, Oklahoma. So if you got anybody, this is going to be a very dangerous situation. The stream is not doing good at all. That's going to be a problem. Oh boy. Ooh. I'm glad I'm still staying on. I think there is a couple store chasers. I think Reed Timmer's on that. Here. Alrighty, I'm sending that on to Twitter. Still the same. Still waiting for that area to develop anything. Let's see. Yeah, those storms are now really blowing up. Let's take a look to the north. Not really. There's some good news there. Barking in the background. Watch them supercells really come up, man. This is a life-threatening situation for McGee, Oklahoma. We got a lot of storms now developing, so we're going to have a flash flooding threat for sure. There's some new storms developing down this way. And there's new storms developing in Texas. Alright. Let's see. Yep, it's turning right towards Okmulgee. Oh, jeez. See if we could get a debris ball on it. Look, there may be a debris ball on it. Yeah, it's starting to turn a little bit more to the east, so we may get to see a territorial warning. Maybe a tornado emergency to be issued. Ooh. If you got any questions about this, go ahead and put it in the chat. So yeah. I forgot to do the weekly forecast Sunday. I do apologize for that. It's now pretty much too late at that point, but hopefully I can remember to do it this Sunday. I hope. Well, I don't know, because it may have to be late because I have to go somewhere tomorrow into Sunday. So yeah. Which is hopefully everybody will be okay. Tulsa, you really need to be careful what you're going to be doing here. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings. More than likely going to be a new flash flood warning. Because that's tons of rain coming in. And it looks like rotation that was just west of Tulsa is now pretty much dissipated. Which is some good news there. We may have to do air rotation on the northern storms. We're just going to see. Yep, that's pretty much hitting. Well, it may actually start to dissipate Seeing we may have some weakening going. Oof. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Man, them storms are really blowing up. There's just we are. I think the storms behind all this mess here is probably going to die down because there's a lot of cooler air. Like there may be some pop up isolated shower, well, some thunderstorms. So yeah, we're ready to see what's going to happen here. Here's taking a look in portions of Missouri. Storms are trying to get organized, but since they're kind of trailing a little bit, not much is probably going to happen. So, where I'm looking here is like this, like Kansas is looking to be a bust for right now, but in around Joplin area, it's not going to be a bust for sure. They have a lot of energy to do if there's storms developing heading towards their way. So, they got to watch this very closely. So they may have to downgrade this to maybe a 10%. Well, enhanced risk, though. They might. Because right now I'm not really seeing much to deal with that area. But with these storms here, keep on trailing or whatever, like that, they're kind of gonna be killed. There's new storms trying to develop here. New storms trying to develop. Yep. Oh, Buggy's right now getting hit by a tornado. Yep. Told you. There might have been some rotation. There is a tornado warning to the north. Yep, I knew it. Now we got a well-defined hook, but we're not seeing too much of a debris ball now. But Haskell, you're going to be next if this tornado does continue. Same thing for Porter. So I don't know. We may get to see. My dog keeps barking in the background. We got a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be just south of Norman. So that storm did blow up fairly quickly as well. So that may become a supercell, and it's going to be that cell right there. That severe ward. So I know these storms here did not take away most of that energy. So there's still some energy in the atmosphere. I knew something big was coming out of that. When they join forces, that's not a good sign. We got very large storms there. It's going to bring out a lot of hail and heavy rain. So it's going to be tough for them guys. Sure, you can see storms keep on continuing to form right in front of it. So it's looking to be more of a heavy rain, hail, damage wind type of threat right now. For what I'm seeing, at least for this area here in particular, it will start to be more of a high precipitation kind of area. I can tell that's a little bit of a warm front here and a dry line here. The little front. I don't know what else to do. See how satellites is. That's a very large storm. You can see those clouds have really taken over quite a bit of eastern Oklahoma. Starting to see some pretty good development along here now. So storms are now really starting to fire. Seems like this storm probably is starting to die down some. These storms are not going to die down, especially with that one. Well, it's not really that isolated. There goes that front right there that I was talking about. Starting to be a little bit more visible. You can see how strong those submarine winds are, though. You can tell there's some different wind direction. There's some going here, there's some going here. But the lines, right in that area where there's a lot of different winds going in different directions, you get some tornado potential here. You can tell there's some winds coming out from the north. Here, I'll show you all what's going on. So we got warm air coming off from the Gulf. There's some moist air. We've got dry air coming out from the desert southwest. And then we got some very cold air. It's fairly cold air coming in waves like this. We get a combination of all these ingredients. You got a little bit of dry air coming in here as well. Your combination of storms just really happens right in here. You can tell there's some more strong southerly winds here as well. So really your combination of storms will pretty much happen in this black circle. That's exactly what's happening right now. Ooh. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about this for a long time now. If y'all remember, a few months ago, I had train videos uploaded. And I want y'all, whoever's watching the preview of this live stream, I know there's going to be quite a few people watching the preview, because I've seen that happen before on a lot of my streams. I want y'all to do... I want to give y'all a little bit of a vote. Do y'all want train videos back or not? I have 4 or 5 train videos on my phone ready to be uploaded. So I want your guys' suggestion down in the comments section down below if y'all want to see train videos again. I may have to make like a little bit of a channel update sometime for summer, because summer is going to be a little bit different here, since I'm off school right now. My last day of school was back on last Friday. So, yeah. But I'm not free for videos pretty much from Thursday to like Sunday. I may have time Sunday night to do a weekly forecast. We're just going to see how Sunday's going to pan out. All I do know is for my area, it's just going to be hot and dry. We may even have some storms. I do have a chance of severe weather tomorrow. So if I do get a lightning storm in the nighttime, it'll more than likely be in a different location. So, yes. If y'all seen the last one, that went on very well. Able to get me 3 lightning strikes on camera. Some of them were very quick, and that's what you call positive lightning. Now it's time to go ahead and continue back on this. Oh yeah. Just a reminder, if you want to see train videos, go ahead and put a yes in the comments. If you don't want to see any, just put like no, or you just do not care. Alrighty? If I do not get much of a vote, then I'm going to see how it pans out during the video. Because I did have some just suggestions back in the past to do train videos. Again, I just had to kind of think about it. So, probably what I'm going to do tonight is probably try to upload a train video for you guys. I'm going to see how well that's going to pan out. If it does really good, then I'll try to do train videos again. I still have a permit license. I'll get my intermediate in the middle of the summer, more than likely in early July or late June. So that's when I can drive by myself, but in a certain time though. So let's go ahead and go back to the severe weather. See how the storms are going right now. The hook is... We actually may have a reformation of a hook going on there. Let me take a look on radar scope. Yeah, rotation is starting to die down, which that's some good news there. Multiple tornado warnings now. We actually got a broad area rotation. I think that's what it's for, a broad area rotation near Turley or C. S. Perry, Sir Perry, Oklahoma. Showing a broad rotation on it. It's a large area rotation, but I don't think we'll see a tornado yet. That. A lot of storms going on though. And we have your first severe thunderstorm warning in Kansas. This is going to be north of Ilo, or you could say south west of Kansas City. Take a look on those storms. Okay, not seeing any rotation on those, which is good. You do not want to see rotation, but I can see why though. There's a hail core going on with it, so that may be a developing supercell there, but no rotation yet. It's going to be near Garnet. Okay. New tornado warning has just been issued. This is going to be just north of Muskogee. It's going to be for Haskell and Wagner, Oklahoma, where Porter, Traft, and OK. Yeah, that hook's starting to be well defined. It's starting to move away from storms. It's going towards a little bit of a favorable environment. But I'll say the tornado's pretty much died down at this point than it was earlier, but it may reorganize itself because it's kind of moving a little bit of this direction, then it's moving a little bit more to the northeast. You can tell it's starting to move away, so it's going to a more favorable environment. Tulsa right now is getting hit by some rain. I don't know. I think, well, we got news storms developing out here. It's not a good sign. They did have some storms earlier, but they were not that bad. There was a supercell, but that died off though. There's a new storm nearby Lawton. Couple storms near Sumer, Texas. Storm near Marlow. Take a look at the storm near Lawton. It's pretty well isolated. We may get see a severe thunderstorm warning again. So I don't know, guys. I don't know if I should continue it or not. Because I think right now we may get see some more tornadoes tonight. But it might not be that bad. I don't know. We're just going to see how things are going to pan out. Because since there's going to be so many storms, right now your major threat at this point is going to be damage to winds and flooding. Flash flooding is definitely going to be there. Especially in this area here. Where there's going to be a trailing line of storms. And that's not fun at all. So guys, I think I'm going to end it here, guys. Getting pretty bored right now. Storms are not that bad than it was earlier, even though we do have tornado warnings near Tulsa. While I'm seeing my point of view, I don't think not too much is going to happen for those. We may get a brief tornado west or north of Tulsa. So, so yeah. Like I said, this is all good for you guys. Losing my words here. If you do like this stream, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Well, have y'all said anything yet? No, y'all haven't. We've been live streaming for an hour and 41 minutes, so I think I'm going to end it here. So yeah, if you got any questions, and be sure to vote for the train videos, okay? See ya.